We're learning more this morning about why earthquakes in the country's midsection could be as dangerous as in California and Alaska. Oklahoma, of all places, is being rattled by unprecedented surge in earthquakes. 2 new small quakes hit just overnight. The state last year averaged more than 2 every day at magnitude 3 or higher. Before 2009, Oklahoma averaged 2 earthquakes a year. On Sunday, 60 Minutes' Bill Whitaker investigates why Oklahoma is an earthquake hotspot.
The vast majority of earthquakes are small, causing little or no damage. But what they lack in punch, they make up in sheer volume. This tally from the U.S. Geological Survey shows the number of earthquakes in Oklahoma has increased every year since 2009, with more than 2,000 magnitude 3 and above. That means more of the bigger ones, like this 4.3 magnitude quake last December in Edmond, Oklahoma.
I woke up scared to death, praying that the house wouldn't fall down. I couldn't believe that the windows didn't shatter.
Melinda Olbert and Kathy Matthews are neighbors in Edmond.
What quake app do you use?
I use the one.
They say they check their phone apps to track earthquakes around the state all day long.
So look at that.
Cherokee, Enid, Fairview, Medford, Stillwater.
All in one day.
All in one 24-hour period. 1 hour ago, 2 hours ago, 4 hours ago.
This must be unnerving.
It's no way to live. It's no way to live.
Cornell University seismologist Katie Karanen was teaching in Oklahoma when the increase in quakes began. She says the situation is unprecedented. What's going on here in Oklahoma has never been seen before?
Just the number of earthquakes is astounding, but how fast it grew is perhaps even more astounding.
Bill Whitaker joins us at the table. I hear the state, Oklahoma. I want to break out into the musical. So you don't think earthquake. So what's happening here, Bill Whitaker?
Well, scientists have come to the agreement that these earthquakes, the spike in earthquakes, is actually man-made, that they're being triggered by Oklahoma's #1 industry, oil and gas. And it's from the disposal of billions and billions of gallons of wastewater. Now that water is down there with the oil. It's been there for millions of years. But now they're pumping up more oil, they're getting more of this water, and they have to get rid of it somehow. So they put it back underground. The problem is that the water is now seeping into the earthquake fault zone, and the water pressure is pushing those faults apart, letting them slip and slide, and causing more earthquakes.
So far, these are regionally small earthquakes.
They're fairly small by, when you're talking about magnitude. But as you said in the intro, they've had almost 1,000 magnitude 3 and higher last year, which is unprecedented. The highest one was 5.7, and having lived in California, that's a pretty good jolt.
Yeah. Having lived in California myself, is there a difference in the impact of these quakes as opposed to the ones we see out west?
Well, we all grew up thinking of California as the earthquake state. California is going to have to pass that dubious prize off to Oklahoma, because Oklahoma is now seeing more than California. And the difference in Oklahoma is that the earthquakes are at they're closer to the surface. So the magnitude might not be that dramatic, but the impact is dramatic.
Thanks, Bill. To see how Oklahoma officials are addressing the quakes, watch Bill's full report Sunday on 60 Minutes. That's here on CBS.